What's one more year of multi-million-dollar losses? I thought Angel Reese was the star of stars, the icon of icons. That's what the mainstream media keeps telling me. Headline at Forbes from last month: how Angel Reese and A'ja Wilson are leading the WNBA's growth.
Angel Reese just found out her WNBA game pulled fewer viewers than a cable access chess tournament in Nebraska. And let's just say she didn't take it well. While Caitlin Clark is out here smashing TV records like the Beyoncé of basketball, Angel's ratings landed with all the energy of a silent disco on mute. So what happened? Why did America collectively grab the remote? Buckle up. This wasn't just a flop. It was a slow-motion, popcorn-worthy crash. Let's get into it.
You've got a basketball player, you got a celebrity that, or somebody that thinks she's a celebrity, that happens to be a basketball player. All right, but she's not celebrity enough to actually pack in the stands. And guys, there is some ugly numbers.
Angel Reese stormed into the WNBA preseason with the swagger of Beyoncé headlining Coachella, only to find her audience was a couple of janitors, 2 pigeons in the rafters, and a popcorn vendor who thought he'd signed up for a monster truck rally. In a league where eyeballs are everything, Reese pulled off the impossible. She became invisible on national television. Not figuratively, literally, because no one was watching.
Wait a minute, correct me if I'm wrong here. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for elevating the WNBA dump. I thought Angel Reese was responsible for taking the dump and turning it into an unmonetizable turd. Now, to her credit, it is a nicely polished turd. It almost looks appealing. Almost. Of course, it's still not appealing enough to generate profit, but I guess the WNBA is taking baby steps.
First stop on the Ghost Town Tour, the Chicago Sky versus Brazil's national team down at LSU. You'd think with Brazilian flair, Reese's college fan base, and all that I'm her energy, the place would be buzzing. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. The TV ratings were so low they made dial-up internet look fast. More people tune in for paint drying competitions. NASA had more eyes on Mars rover footage. Honestly, they could have swapped the broadcast for a bouncing DVD logo screensaver and probably gotten more excitement.
All of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar. Oh my God, transcendent. Oh my goodness, generational. Oh my goodness, so on and so forth. You guys do all the talking, all the yapping. Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers.
Fast forward to preseason game 2, Chicago Sky versus Minnesota Lynx. This was billed as Angel Reese's redemption arc, her look at me now moment. Instead, it was more like, look at me, please? Anyone? A couple of pigeons flew overhead during warm-ups and left because it was too dull. Reese expected fireworks and confetti. She got chirping crickets and one half-bored blogger live tweeting from a Wendy's. Even the scoreboard looked like it was fighting to stay awake.
Look, one of the biggest stories to come out of this game is you're playing one of the considered to be top 4 teams in the league, the Minnesota Lynx, and nobody showed up to watch this game. All right? Again, 5 million Instagram followers do not equate to basketball fans.
At one point, the camera panned across the stands and it looked like a horror movie, rows of empty seats echoing like a ghost town. Somewhere in a basement, a network exec stared at the Nielsen numbers and quietly typed into Google, "How to fake your own death." And Reese? She didn't shrug it off with grace. She didn't flip the hate into Jordan-level fuel. No, she went nuts. Not competitive fire nuts. Reality TV villain at the reunion nuts. Passive-aggressive posts, cryptic emojis, and enough drama to power a full season of Real Housewives.
So I think it's time to finally, end the argument. End the argument that there is any sort of, other needle mover that is even remotely close to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. And again, the reason why we've got Hailey Van Lith up is because it was Hailey Van Lith's return as well as Angel Reese's return.
The irony? She wasn't even bad on the court. Statistically solid, held her ground, even had a few moments worthy of an ESPN reel on a slow news day. But nobody cared. Not because she didn't perform, but because performance doesn't matter when the cameras aren't rolling and the spotlight is pointed somewhere shinier. Welcome to the age of viral clips and 4K highlight reels, where substance means nothing without spectacle. Angel Reese could block a shot in the forest, and if no one's there to see it, it doesn't make a sound. Just a dull, depressing thud. While her PR team collectively faints, laptops still open on Twitter tabs, scrambling to spin it into something salvageable. The internet didn't light up. The headlines didn't scream. The crowd didn't roar. Because these days it's not about the game, it's about the GIF. And if your hustle doesn't instantly translate into meme-worthy magic, you might as well have stayed on the bench. Invisibility in the digital age is the harshest kind of irrelevance, especially when you're actually doing your job well.
I'll talk a real big game. Y'all talk a real big game. Y'all tell us just how amazing Angel Reese is. Y'all tell us how y'all ride or die with Angel Reese. And you know what? This ain't on Angel Reese. This isn't even about Angel Reese. It's about y'all.
Meanwhile, in a parallel universe where people actually watch women's basketball, Caitlin Clark was busy setting the sports world on fire. Like she just figured out how to dunk from the three-point line. The Fever's exhibition didn't just break a record, it shattered records, plural. Clark didn't just show up, she took over. Her game didn't attract eyeballs, it hijacked televisions. Housewives, plumbers, NBA execs, even people who thought WNBA was a Wi-Fi password, they all tuned in. Clark brought the juice and the world showed up thirsty. The energy was electric. She wasn't just a player, she was a living, breathing viral meme, except instead of likes she was cashing in threes like it was her day job. Spoiler, it is. And then there was Angel Reese. Her big moment fizzled with all the hype of a wet sock. Sure, she threw in some trash talk, but it landed like an echo compared to Clark's full-throttle spectacle. While Caitlin was metaphorically dunking from Mars, Reese was still trying to make sure her sneakers didn't squeak too loud on the hardwood. A missed opportunity? That's putting it lightly.